loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Esther. If you are new here, thank you for stopping by, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. So in today's video, we're going to be doing a high puff tutorial. I really love this hairstyle because it's so easy. It's like a go-to hairstyle for me. It just comes through for me anytime, any day. So first off, I had to detangle my hair by applying my leave-in conditioner mixed with water, just so it's easier to work with, and I decided to part my hair in smaller sections to avoid breakage when I'm combing the hair. Note, this process can be time consuming, but you have to be patient or else you're going to lose your hair. Guys, I later realized that when you're doing high puff, you shouldn't put too much water in the hair. My leave-in conditioner was mixed with water, and I kept applying it in every section that I part my hair into, which would not help the hair. Like, it can cause shrinkage, and the puff that we want to be puffing will not puff at the end of the day. So I would advise that if you want to do high puff, you should pre-stretch your hair. You don't necessarily have to use heat. You can just part it in smaller section a day before or a night before and just twist it like I did here, and then maybe when you want to do the high puff, you now loosen the twist and you see that your hair will be stretched. Like, you don't need to even put too much. You can just put leave-in conditioner, but you don't need to put water. I had to put water just so it gets into this hair very well, and I just really wanted the work to be faster and easier for me because I know how thick my hair is. But nevertheless, let's see how it goes. Detangling the hair, these are the things we need for the high puff. I'm using Eco Styler gel. When it comes to this gel, I'm still exploring, to be honest. I bought one before and it didn't really hold my hair as much as I thought it would, but I think we should just try this one today to see how far it will go. And then I decided to use this oil just on my scalp, just so it keeps my hair moisturized even though we're doing a high puff today. But I just like this oil because it's all in one. Like, this hair wonder oil is just always good for me. It's all in one. So after applying the oil on my scalp, I decided to loosen the twist I made and comb it out, and I noticed that the hair was a bit stretched. Like, look at the back, it was not like this, and it was easier to work with, guys. It was soft, and I could just start from anywhere to comb it. And you guys, when I loosened this front part of the hair, I was so happy because it was a bit stretched than it was before. I thought it would be shrinked, but it was okay. So I just decided to comb everything together. My hair was I could still feel shrinkage, but I was like, there's nothing we can do as long as it's soft and easy to work with. Guys, I still lost my hair, a little of my hair. Then I decided to go in with my Eco Styler gel. All you just have to do is to take a little amount with your hands and then just apply it, starting from the back or the front, wherever you are comfortable with. But I decided to start from the back since we want to do a high puff. So I decided to start from the back and I just applied it to the front. When applying the gel, you might see a little bit of white cast on the hair, but just know that this will definitely go out once it's dry. And I decided to go in with a little amount of my gel because I was not planning on washing this hair anytime soon. So just to make sure that the back is a little bit sleek, and then just hold my edges, and that's all. That was why I went in a bit lightweight with my gel. So after applying the gel at the back and front of my hair, I decided to smoothen it out with my brush just so it's a little bit sleek at the back. And like I said before, it may leave white cast on it, but don't worry, this will go out once it's dry, so just trust the process. So guys, after brushing the back and the front of my hair, I decided to use my shoelace for the high puff. Sadly it was the white one, but don't worry, there are ways about it. So all I had to do was to just tie it in front, and then holding the lace on the two sides, I just started pulling it like that, and still tying it and pulling it and tying it and pulling it from the back, because I really wanted it to be high. So I pulled it from the back more than the front, so I kept pulling and tying, pulling and not really knotting it, but like just making sure that it's tight enough and I pulled it till when I was satisfied with where it was. And you guys, you can see that the puff was still puffing, even though I thought it would be shrinked a little bit. So now this part is the most sensitive part, especially if you're using a white lace. When you're trying to hide the white lace, right? You don't want everybody to see that it's a lace. Don't let them know. So when you tie it at the back, make sure it's under your hair and not on top of your hair. So then I just decided to hide it somewhere at the back, and that was it, guys. And then we have our puff, even though my hair was still undergoing shrinkage, but guys, it was puffing. So at this point I decided to just use my afro comb to comb it out so that the puff is really puffing. I don't know, I've said too many puffing today, but this was what I did. So after combing the hair, I felt it was a little bit boring to me. I don't know, but most times when I do high puff, I don't like leaving it like that, except if it's not something too much. So I just had to use a little bit, still take a little bit of my eco styler. Now I think I forgot to tell you the name of that eco styler. It's eco styler Krystal, I think. Yes, eco styler Krystal, yes, that's the one I'm using. So I just decided to put it on the puff, and then I just started rolling it with my hand. It's not something too serious, just like when you're doing when you're locking your twist, something like that. So I just started rolling it everywhere on my hair with my hands, just like when you're doing finger coils, something like that. Yes, so I just started doing it, but I didn't want a real coil. I just wanted it to look like it shouldn't just be too smooth. I just wanted it to look a little bit rough, funky, and just fine. The way it was before was a bit boring to me, so I just decided to switch it up and make it look more beautiful. Don't forget to still leave white cast on it, but it will definitely go out once it's dry. So I decided to lay it down with my satin scarf and just tie it while I let the other side of the hair, that's the puff, dry. I was already feeling the hair, feeling the hair, because I could feel the vibes the hair would give. But unfortunately, it was taking longer than I thought it would take to dry. I had to wait and wait patiently for this poor hair to dry. So finally I took out my scarf and the hair was laid, but the puff was still taking forever to get dried, but I just had to finish up. So next I had to do my edges. I should have done this before laying my hair. This is a wrong move. I should have done this before laying my hair, because this part is always annoying. It's just like trying to bring out the hair that you already laid. So I think you shouldn't make this mistake. You should try doing your edges first before laying your hair, or before even making the puff safe, just so everything is sticking together. I think so, but let's just see how this turns out. So if you watched up to this point, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you find it interesting or find it helpful one way or the other. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your post notification, just so you get notified whenever I put a new guys, this puff was taking forever and it was so annoying. It was like I was not feeling like why did I even start it? Why did I decide to switch it up? And it was getting late, girls, so I just had to keep combing my hair, keep combing it so that it doesn't go down. But you know, the deed will always be done. Look at this scrumptious file, looking so At this point I was already feeling the hair, and if you look closely you'll notice that the white cast was already coming off bit by bit. Oh my god. And finally the next day I was looking so So this is another way you could spice up your high puff. Instead of just doing it the regular way, you could do it like this, just to make it look more juicy and, you know, just make it look like you put in the work even though you didn't put in any work. Okay, so I decided to take some pictures that day because I was so feeling this hair. I was in the spirit of this hair. Oh my god. So I'd love to see you all in my next video. See you.